to the deepest secrets of different bills. Hey, Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed here. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it here. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from defenders to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a lot of threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try to drag my name in dirt, they try to bring me down. See me winning, you ain't like me.
Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, right? Now listen, before we get too far in this video, you know exactly what you need to do. Make sure you drop a like, and let's get this video to at least 1,000 likes. I'll definitely push the video to the recommended. And furthermore, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. I'm back for all the hardest working YouTuber in the 2K community, and hopefully you can appreciate the 9 a.m. and the 5 p.m. daily uploads, and you can show that appreciation by dropping a like and subscribing, all right? Now, let's get straight into this video. Today, what we're going to talk about is the best defensive badges for current and next gen. So again, this will translate to next gen and current gen, so it does not matter what console you play on. These badges are the same for both, okay? Now, we're going to break it down like this. We're going to have our S tier badges, we're going to have our A tier badges, and we're going to have our B tier badges, okay? So obviously, when we say S tier basically means they are required. These are must-have badges. You have to have these badges as a lockdown. And then of course, A tier basically means they're good, necessary type badges to have, right? And then of course we have B tier, and B tier is what we'll say they're useful, right? They're useful. There's something, those are badges that you're good to have. They're useful, right? I guess I can say that. They're just useful. Like, they're good to have it on bronze or silver or something like that, okay? But let's knock out these S tier badges real quick. And the first S tier badge you need to have is going to be clamps, okay? I mean, obviously nothing really changes here. Clamps has always been the go-to badge for any lockdown. It's going to help you stay in front of a defender. As you see here, defenders have access to quicker cutoff moves and are more successful when bumping or hip riding the ball handler. This is the most important badge for a lockdown you need to have. And of course, the next one, believe it or not, is going to be ankle braces, okay? Please, please, please get this thing as high as you possibly can, at least gold. As we all know, tight handles is very overpowered this year, as pickpocket has been nerfed, and of course, unpluckable has been buffed. The only way you really have this is just to stay in front of your defenders, and of course, ankle braces is going to prevent you from getting broken, right? Lowers the likelihood of getting ankle broken by opposing dribbling moves. Trust me, I always have this on Hall of Fame or Gold, depending on what build I'm using, and I very, 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 very rarely get ankle tight handled. But if you do not, you're gonna get it a lot, and it's demoralizing, because once you see that animation, they pull up for the shot or they blow right by you, okay? So these two badges are definitely the ones that you want to make sure you start hunting for, okay? And then the next one is going to be chase down artist. Remember, we're talking about guards here. Chase down artist. As you see right here, boosts the speed and leaping ability of a player when chasing down an opposing player in anticipation of a block attempt. Yes, you would definitely, obviously, always want to have this on bronze, but trust me, if you can get this on gold, at least on gold, then you will be able to see a massive difference. A lot of people ISO on current and next gen, so when you get in those situations where you see a lot of ISO players, then chase down, ankle braces, and clamps are going to be the go-to badges to have, okay? And then the last S tier badge I want to talk about is going to be interceptor, okay? So interceptor is going to be extremely important. The frequency of successful tip to intercept passes greatly increases. Now, we all know the automatic animation of intercepting the ball was taken away. It was nerfed, but guess what? As still having this on gold and or Hall of Fame is still a must-have. A lockdown has to be able to play the passing lanes, has to be able to get those interceptions. So if you do not at least have it on gold, you're just basically going to be knocking the ball out of bounds every time. So you want to have that at all times, okay? So these right here are going to be what I call my updated S tier badges to have, okay? Now let's talk about our A tier badges, okay? These A tier badges are the ones that you're like, hey, these are good to have, or what I would say necessarily to have, and that will still be pickpocket, okay? So even though pickpocket has been nerfed, you still want to have pickpocket at least on gold, okay? Why? Because yes, there is still opportunities to get that one steal. If you're playing a whole game and you can get at least one on-ball steal, it's going to be worth it. So make sure you get this at least on gold, okay? So you want to at least get that on gold. And then the next one is going to be Intimidator. And I'll tell you what, I thought long and hard about putting Intimidator in the S tier because, again, if you can get Intimidator on gold or Hall of Fame, if you're on next gen, you got to make sure you're pretty tall for that. So that's something to keep in consideration, but it's sure enough worth it, especially if you can make the 6'7" glitch small forward where you can get Intimidator on gold. If you can get Intimidator at least on gold, you're going to start seeing some missed dunks, right? And that's what's very important. So with a gold Intimidator, with the gold or Hall of Fame chase down artist, you should start to see people that do beat you off the dribble, get to the basket. You should see that they still miss quite a few dunks, okay? And then the last one that I feel is going to be very important for an on-ball defender is still going to be Hustler, okay? Now, Hustler is a badge. It's an animation badge. It improves ability to beat opponents to a loose ball. So yes, you still want to at least try to get this at least on bronze to have the animation. If you can get it on gold, by all means, try to go on gold. But you can definitely need to have this Hustler badge because it does so much for your getting those loose balls, those interceptions, and that type of deal. They work kind of hand in hand. If you do intercept it and it kind of deflects, guess what? Hustler will allow you to get to the ball quickly to get that steal, okay? So these right here, what I would say would be my S tier badges. And then the B tier badges, of course, and this right here is gonna be shocking to some people. If I can find where it's at, oh, Pick Dodger, okay. So Pick Dodger is definitely now a B tier badge, right? The animations you get for Hall of Fame Pick Dodger are very, 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 very bad, right? Meaning when you get those animations where you do like the 360 spin and like these weird slide animations, they actually take you out of position, right? So because what happens is that when you're in the process of doing that animation or turning, guess what? The guard is either behind the back going to the other side or just rolling right by you. So again, Pick Dodger is still something to have. I always say that, listen, if you have some left over, if you can get it on silver, put it on silver. If you have a lot of badges, you can put it on gold, you can put it on gold, but it's not worth being put all the way up like it has been in the past, just because the fact is that yes, there is some very, very bad animations you get out of that, okay? And then the next tier that you're gonna look at is going to be Menace, and it's going to be Rim Protector, okay? So these are going to be very good badges to have also. Rim Protector, just putting on bronze. Menace, and if you watch my videos, Menace used to be high up there, but the thing about Menace is, it says while guarding and staying in front of opponent, their attributes will drop if good defense is being played. Well, guess what? One, the attribute drop doesn't really matter because people are still hitting shots like crazy. And two, if you reach, which a lot of lockdowns do, we reach, right? It automatically resets Menace. Menace means you have good defense for this badge means you don't reach. So again, that is something that's gonna always take you out of my game, because I like to reach, because I'm trying to get at least, I don't care if I can get 1 or 2 steals a whole game, then to me I did my job, because that's an opportunity, an extra offensive possession for my team. So you want to make sure that Menace, if you do have some badges left over, by all means, if you're somebody that does not reach, then yeah, go ahead and get this up, because you know it will drop some your defenders. But then again, you have to keep in mind, once he gets that screen and you get screened off, guess what? The Menace badge resets again. So it's like, it's basically only good for ISO. So if you're playing a lot of people that do pick and roll defense, this is not going to be an effective badge, okay? But anyway, there you have it, my nephews and nieces. These are the best lockdown badges to look at. Again, all the Hall of Fame badges are S tier, all the gold badges are A tier, and all the silver and bronze, what I would call my B tier badges. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Obviously, if you are a bigger center, or you're a bigger, if you're playing center and that type of deal, then obviously things will be a little bit different here. Obviously, you want to go ahead, Betty, I can do that for you right now. I can show you what badges you will want to have as a defender, as a big. So let me do that real quick for you. So of course, as you know, the biggest badges you want to have is going to be Intimidator as your S tier badge, your Rim Protector, and your Rebound Chaser. These are going to be, and your Chase Down. These will be your badges that you definitely want to have as a big, as your S tier. You want to get these all as high as you possibly can. And then after that, your A tier badges, that will go ahead and be Interceptor. It will be Pogo Stick. And because, again, like I said, these badges, these 2 badges here are definitely something that's going to help you out when it comes to jumping or getting into those passing lanes. And then of course the other tier badge will still be Hustler. That's going to allow you to get those loose balls. It'll work hand in hand with Rebound Chaser and Interceptor, so you want to make sure you have that. And then of course the B tier badges, that's going to be your box out, your brick wall, and of course your worm. Again, like I said all the time, you don't need brick wall if you're ISOing or if you're a popper, but if you still need it, you can at least get that on silver. Box out is good to have. I mean, you can get crazy animations on Hall of Fame box out, but are we really going to use all of our badges on Hall of Fame box out? So that's something to keep in mind. And also worm is good. I like worm, just getting worm on bronze, and those centers that don't have any strength, you can easily worm them for those quick little turnaround, getting those offensive rebounds, okay? But this is what I would do for my bigs, okay? But anyway, there you have it, my nephews and nieces. These are the best defensive badges on NBA 2K22 current gen and next gen. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, just make sure you drop a like, you subscribe to the channel, and as usual, your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really soon with the banger, man. You know, when I say I'll be back soon with the banger, you know exactly what day I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.